The market in 2026 is setting up for wild moves. Most people will miss them. They focus on big names and ignore the tiny companies where prices can move 50% in a day. Today, we'll look at 5 penny stocks trading under 10 cents. These are some of the most actively traded sub-10-cent stocks in the market right now. We'll walk through what each business does, why traders are watching them, and what risks you need to understand before you touch any of them. We're not chasing hype or headlines here. We're going to think like business owners, not lottery ticket buyers. If you're serious about building wealth over time, hit subscribe and tap like. It helps the channel and tells me to make more deep dives like this. Let's jump in. Stock number 1, MDJM, ticker UOKA, trading on the NASDAQ around 8 cents. MDJM is a holding company that provides real estate agency services. They offer real estate consulting and independent training. The company started in 2018 and is now based in the UK. That alone is interesting. A very small cap company on the NASDAQ but headquartered in Cupar in the United Kingdom. Here's what stands out in the data. MDJM has a market cap of about $80,000. That is micro even by penny stock standards. The volume is huge, over 165 million shares traded recently with an average volume of about 32 million shares. That much trading on such a tiny valuation makes this a pure trading vehicle for many short-term players. The recent trading range for the day was 7 to 10 cents. The 50-day range is wild, from 7 cents all the way up to $2.31. That tells you how extreme the volatility has been. As business owners, what do we see? A small real estate services company in a tough global property environment. Revenue, margins, and cash flow data are not in front of us here, but the sell rating and micro valuations suggest big doubts about their long-term prospects. Operational efficiency is a question mark. Real estate service firms tend to have moderate margins and low capital spending, but when growth stalls or cash runs tight, equity can get crushed. So what could be the catalyst? 1. Any improvement in real estate markets in their target regions. 2. Corporate actions, reverse splits, restructurings, or strategic deals. 3. Pure momentum, traders piling in when they see volume spikes and big intraday ranges. This is not a value investment, it's a high volatility vehicle tied loosely to real estate services. If you trade it, understand you are betting more on price action than on fundamentals. Stock number 2, Blue Hat Interactive Entertainment Technology, ticker BHAT, about 4 cents a share. This company is a China-based toy and game firm. They design and sell animated toys with mobile game features, plus intellectual property products and related items. Their products include AR Racer, an augmented reality car racing game, AR Crazy Bug, a combat game using a toy, AR 3D Magic Box, which lets kids draw and see their art animated, AR Dinosaur, an educational toy, and AR Shake Bouncing Bubble, including a Talking Tom and Friends version. They sell through domestic distributors, e-commerce platforms, supermarkets, and export distributors. The company is based in Cayman, China, and was incorporated in 2010. So this is not a brand new startup. It's a small niche AR toy company trying to surf trends in kids' entertainment and mobile gaming. The hard numbers show a market cap around $140,000. Volume is huge, about 1.49 billion shares traded recently, with an average around 59 million. The day's trading range was 4 to 6 cents. The 50-day range is 3 cents to $1.29. That is a massive range. This tells you short squeezes, rumor spikes, and pump and dump style moves likely appear often. From a business owner lens, what matters? First, can they grow revenue with their AR toys and IP licenses? Second, can they keep costs under control? Toy margins can be okay, but competition is fierce, and tech toys require constant product refresh. The sell rating suggests analysts to doubt the growth story or see cash issues. Also, any China-based microcap on the NASDAQ will trade with extra risk, regulatory concerns, delisting risk, and sentiment waves toward Chinese equities. Why might someone look at BHAT today? The catalyst is the trend toward AR and gamified toys, plus their IP deals like Talking Tom, a single new contract, a big distribution deal. or a regulatory headline could trigger a big price move because the float is cheap and liquid. Again, this is not a blue chip compounder. It's a speculative play on AR toy demand and short-term trading flows. Stock number 3, Inspire Veterinary Partners, ticker IVP, around 3 cents. This one is very different. Inspire owns and operates veterinary hospitals in the United States. They focus on small animal general practice, so dogs and cats, plus some equine care. Their hospitals offer preventive care like annual exams, parasite control, dental care, nutrition coaching, blood work, skin and coat care, and breed-specific services. They also do surgeries, spays, neuters, mass removals, splenectomies, gastropexies, orthopedic work, and more. On top of that, they provide alternative care like acupuncture and chiropractic services. The business model here is easier to understand. People love their pets and spend more on them every year. Vet services tie into that long-term trend. The company was incorporated in 2020 and is based in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is a young company trying to roll up or grow a network of clinics. Market cap is around $1.41 million. Average volume is roughly 55.7 million shares. Today's range was tight, around 3 cents. The 50-day range is 2 to 8 cents. The 52-week range is 2 cents to $4.12. That high shows how much the stock has collapsed. A move from over $4 down to pennies screams dilution, missed expectations, or balance sheet pain. From a business owner mindset, vet hospitals can be great assets. They often have recurring revenue, sticky clients, and decent margins, but they are capital intensive when you grow fast. Staff costs, equipment, rent, and acquisitions of new practices all hit cash flow. If management overpays for growth or takes on too much debt, equity can get crushed. So what could drive a rebound? 1. A clean restructuring of the balance sheet. 2. Steady growth in same-store revenue and improved margins. 3. A strategic buyer in the vet space who wants locations and staff. Valuation is tiny relative to the market need for pet care, but the sell rating and huge 52-week collapse tell you risk is very high. If you touch IVP, do it as an informed speculator. Watch share count, new filings, and any signs of further dilution. Stock number 4, 707 Cayman, ticker JEM, around 9 cents. This is a Hong Kong-based apparel and supply chain company. They sell quality apparel products and provide end-to-end supply chain management solutions. Their customers are mid-sized brand owners and apparel companies from Western Europe, North America, and the Middle East. These clients run private labels sold worldwide. The business started in 2021 and became wholly owned by their CEO, Mr. Chung, in 2022. Today, they basically act as a bridge between brands and manufacturers, helping with product development, logistics, and delivery. But they have bigger plans. Their growth strategy has several parts. First, keep building their core apparel and supply chain business. Second, launch their own brand of apparel for retail customers in Hong Kong. Third, distribute their customers' apparel on their own platforms, mostly online and via social media with only minimal physical stores. They plan to use live streams on social media to show products. Customers can then order on their website, app, social accounts, or at a brick-and-mortar store for a short preview discount after each stream. To support this, they want to expand product development, merchandising, and logistics. They plan to set up a sales and marketing team and an IT department, hire in-house designers, buy better design software, expand their warehouse, revamp their website, build a mobile app, upgrade their ERP system, open at least one physical store in a dense Hong Kong district, and maybe expand overseas if the model works. They also plan to acquire more label rights to sell on their platforms. The numbers: market cap is about $2.05 million. Recent volume around 47.9 million shares with an average of 16.4 million. The day's range was 8 to 10 cents with a 50-day range of 7 cents to 26 cents. This one is less crazy than some others, but still volatile. As business owners, we see a young company trying to move up the value chain from back-end supply chain work to front-end brands and retail. That transition is hard. It needs capital, good talent, and strong execution. Margins in apparel can be thin, But if they can build a real brand and direct-to-consumer channels, long-term value could rise. The sell rating means analysts are not convinced yet. The catalysts here are clear though: progress on their app, live shopping, store opening, and any strong sales growth. This is a bet on management execution and the strength of the Hong Kong and global apparel markets. Stock number 5, Elong Power Holding, ticker ELPW, around 8 cents. Elong Power is in a hot sector, lithium-ion batteries. They focus on high-power batteries for electric vehicles and construction machinery. They also produce large-capacity, long-cycle batteries for energy storage systems. The company was founded in August 2023 and is based in Guangzhou, China. So we have a very young company in a strategic industry, EVs and energy storage. The market cap is around $300,000. That is tiny for a company in such a big space. Volume is heavy, over 331 million shares recently, with an average near 15.8 million. Today's trading range is 8 to 10 cents. The 50-day range is 8 cents to $13.94. That is an extreme range. It suggests a massive spike and collapse, likely tied to its listing or early trading days. From a business point of view, the story is attractive on paper. EV demand, grid storage, and construction electrification are long-term trends. Batteries are central to all of them. If Elong Power can design and produce reliable high-power and long-cycle batteries and win contracts with OEMs or energy firms, growth could be strong. But at this size and age, the risks are huge. Competition in batteries is brutal. You see giants with deep pockets plus many small challengers. Capital expenditure is intense. You need plants, R&D, safety testing, and supply security for materials like lithium and nickel. So, to recap, MDJM is a micro real estate services play with wild swings. BHAT is an AR toy and mobile game tying company trading like a pure momentum stock. Inspire Veterinary Partners runs vet clinics in a strong secular niche but faces growth and balance sheet challenges. 707 Cayman is trying to climb from apparel supply chain partner to brand and platform owner. And Elong Power is the purest trend exposure here, tied to EVs and energy storage, but with extreme speculative risk. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most traders who just chase tickers. Stay patient, focus on what the business does, how it makes money, and what you're paying for each dollar of potential value. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. That never changes, even in the penny stock world. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who trades small caps. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Which of these sectors, real estate services, AR toys, vet care, apparel, or batteries, do you think has the best long-term future? Invest wisely, stay focused on what matters, and I'll see you in the next one.